Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Going to the air right away, Hooker. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams, but it'll be second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Lions at 5-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hooker to throw it. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Shi Smith deep for Carolina. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. The play fake, now Young. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hooker now off play action. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hooker. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Gibbs straight ahead. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third and 3. Hooker wants to change the look. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing. Hooker. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Young. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Terrace Marshall, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. D.J. Johnson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hooker's going to throw it. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hooker on 1st down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. following the interception. Young eluding the pressure right. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Melvin still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate for on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job of standing in proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Hooker. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Smith to return it. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Milton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run on first down. Melvin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Let's go.
From the 34-yard line here, second down and 8. They run with Sanders off the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Come on.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Come on. Don't get loose. Go. 10.
Young will set to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Red, cycle. Hurry, hurry.
Young on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 6.
Turn it up, fellas. Turn it up.
Now Hooker. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Here's Hooker. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that'll be caught. And he's going to be taken down. But there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Hooker to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Young working out of the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
Momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Hooker. Throw right side here going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Young now from the 50. They'll air one out deep from Mingo. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big game on his sights, but did not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right in this offense so far. They've had their share of good plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Now Young. Flush to his right. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Let's go now. Score these guys. 19, 18. Spread them on this drive, boys. Panthers 60. Panthers 60. Let's go.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 25, here's second down and 7. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Hooker now on first down. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second down and 6 now. From the gun, it's Hooker. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hooker to the air yet again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Irv Smith Jr., 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Melvin. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go.
Second down and 3. In motion right, that's Marshall. On second down now, Melvin. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down, Young from the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Hooker. And down inside the 15 he goes. The coverage maybe too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now a bootleg with Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Charles, and I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Let's go, let's get that touch. Ready.
Hooker now off play action. Sliding, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. D.J. Johnson, his second sack of the night.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter. Patterson now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Young. He's got Mingo. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
It's Young off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line are able to keep leverage, are able to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Gets it quickly out to Marshall. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Melvin. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Young to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No, not at all.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. On the give, here's Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
19 Tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. Gets around it. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This is it. We're counting on you. Put them in their place. Come on.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
You got this! You got this! Let's do this!
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. And this is caught. I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick. This for the lead in the final stages. Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. Left side here to Sanders. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the 1st of his timeouts. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Second down, Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. He's not able to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
They'll make sure we know what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Now Young. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Marshall. And he's got this down to the 35.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Up the middle they go. Melvin. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here comes 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Melvin.
And they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Melvin. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. One last shot for Young. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a good play. But he could not pull it in. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end, They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the line.